This is a Your Last Resorts production.
And welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean, a.k.a. The Shoe Comic. Guys, before we get into my guest this week real quick, if you guys, I've been noticing more and more people have been checking out the YouTube, the visual. We're going to up it a little. I'm going to make sure there's more pictures, more clips, make it more interesting for people watching. So if you do watch, that's coming on this episode that you're now watching. And if you're listening, go check it out if it's something you're interested in, more interactive and all that kind of stuff. Now, without a further ado, my guest, one of my favorite people. He's one of the nicest guys ever. One of the nicest people in comedy. Hilarious, John Liu.
Nice to meet everybody.
Yes.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course, bro.
Cheers.
Thank you for coming on the podcast. Cheers to you too. Guys, John Liu, he's a comedian. He's, in the OC LA scene just like me. We've gotten to know each other. I've gotten to watch him, and I mean this genuinely. I've gotten to watch you become such a good comic, dude.
And I'm grateful. It's only because I work with people like you and
other thank you, man.
That have just taken the time to show me the ropes and teach me. So I appreciate it.
No, of course, dude. But no, I just wanted to put it on record and just say that I'm genuinely proud of you, because you, not saying you weren't good, but just how much you've strided and grown since the first time I think I saw you at a mic-less amazing comedy theater mic in a park at the start of the pandemic. That shit was terrible.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're done sucking each other's dick, it's time for us to. I kick off every podcast with a would you rather, kind of break the ice, get the weird brain juices flowing. So this first one, it's gonna be a longer one. I'm gonna read it right here. Would you rather punch your mom in the face for $1 million, or punch your grandma in the face for $10 million? But in order to keep the money, you can't tell anyone for a whole month why you did it.
This is going to be a little controversial. Do I get a choice which grandma, my mother's side or my dad's side?
All right. To make it fun, I like that. That's hilarious. But you got to do it to the one you love, whichever one you like more.
Oh God, I'm going to overanalyze this, because first and foremost, you need to know both my grandparents are dead.
Okay. You know what? I thought about this because, you're older than me. I don't know how old you are. If I had to guess, 42. 42. Is that how old you are?
Asians don't raisin.
Dude, look at me. I would have, I just guessed that I just guessed 42 years old. That was impressive of me, guys. Make sure you, tell me good job for that. No, I'm just fucking around. Dude, yeah, you guys just, white people we age so bad, man. I know it's I'm not, that's not an original thought, but yeah, we just age so terrible. And dude, the worst part is I put on lotion every day. I moisturize my face and I still look older than 23. It sucks.
If it makes you feel any better with us, we do this for a while and then we hit that age and just.
Okay. I will agree with you. There's a point where older Asian people look fossilistic.
No kidding.
And it's just the craziest thing, because they look young for so long, and then they get ridiculously old, that you see very few white people that make it to that old and look that old, but then there's Asian people who are just, they look that old and they'll be 60.
And before we stray too far, the other advantage you guys get is, even if you look older, there's Sean Connery, or Anderson Cooper, who's 70,000 now, and still, looks good. Period. That is I guess it's kind of plus size model instead of old models.
Yeah. Okay.
So you get that on the other side. But to get back to the question, both my grandparents are dead.
Yes.
So obviously we got to tweak that if they were living.
Yeah.
And then the other option is to punch my mom in a month.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you gotta
punch my mom and don't tell them for a month.
Yeah, and it's $1 million for your mom, $10 million for grandma.
Oh my God, my family is so practical that if I punch my grandma in the face, either one, and then wait until a month, they'll still forgive me. So I gotta go $10 million for the grandma.
Nah, dude. You're 100% right. I agree with you, dude. Because hear me out. I'll punch my grandma in the face. There's no explaining it right away. Right. I can't. I flee. Right. Disappear. I lie low for a month. I have $10 million. I can live off the land for a little bit. You know what I mean? And I send them each, like a couple $100,000, like my loved ones, just anonymously. And then in a month I come back and I go, I got $10 million, and I give like $2 million to my grandma.
Exactly.
Like make sure she like pimp out her house, get her everything she needs, 401k. You know what I mean?
Get her that luxury wheelchair.
Exactly,
because
bro.
You probably hit like a freight train.
Dude, yeah, because yeah, dude, because it's only fair to say you got to hit them as hard as you can, because otherwise you'd be like, oh, like, because people try to look for loopholes always and stuff. So, no, yeah, you got to hit it hard. I'm knocking my grandma out. My grandma is 4'10".
That's going to be me in 20 years. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude.
I am going to shrink like a ridiculous thing. But no, absolutely, grandma 10 million in the face, because there's no rule that I have to hang out with them for that entire month.
No, exactly. Yeah. And if you say hang out, then it's too many rules. Like,
no,
then you're doing the opposite of the guy trying to find a loophole. You're just trying to make the other person pick the other one or something.
But be direct. My family is practical as hell. I'm practical as hell. So $10 million, sorry, grandma, but you'll get a real nice, care home in the package.
Dude, yes. Get her just the most luxury food. Like, she gets filet mignons for dinner and shit.
Shark fin soup, a male stripper every day. No disrespect to grandpa.
Nah, dude, but have you ever, like, you heard that, like, the old people, how much they be fucking?
God, yes. Because think about it this way. You're in a care home. There's nothing to do.
They're lonely, too, bro.
Yeah. And I am surprised that they're not hooking up with the caretakers, man.
They're okay. I'm sure you get fired. Like, I'm sure there's something in your contract that makes it illegal. But 100% goes on that they just, someone slings dick there. My homie does not have sex with the old folks. He was on the podcast and clarified he did not, but he would. He says they all just have sex with each other, like, all the time, because they're like 75 and 80 and their husband or wife has passed away for like 5 or 6 years. Yeah. Their kids don't visit.
Oh my God.
So what are they going to do? They're old. They still have urges, like, and so they just are 80 and fuck. Like, who cares? Like, any moment could be their last moment.
Especially now you've got the internet, you've got TV shows that are getting racier every day.
Yeah.
So I don't care how low your drive is. If I put my parents into a care home, I'm going to be checking, like, how many hip replacements have we had in the last year? How many people are bedridden? Who's single?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like, Mom, Dad, because my parents are divorced.
Dude, you think there's like a hierarchy of like okay, because they're all old and wrinkly.
Right.
And they're sure, don't get me wrong, there's definitely a way to look and be like, that older thing is attractive than that older thing. Yes.
Sure.
But like you said, what if that's like bro, that's so, you need to make that into a bit. Cause dude, yeah, what if you just like you got more old ladies to fuck because you had those robotic nice new hips and you could just, she's like, oh my God, it's like when I was young, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, it's not even a boner anymore, it's just a steel rod.
Yeah.
Good Lord. No, I'm actually imagining like a dating show set in a care home. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we got to cut all of this. We need to go to Netflix right now. Or this is going to be something on ABC or TLC or one of those channels in the next 10 years. And I'm going to just text you and be like,
let's do it.
We fucked up, bro. We didn't get on it. We could have been the creators. You could be Chris Harrison, but not racist.
Listen, you got this right here on record on the Your Last Resort podcast.
Yeah.
Silver Dating, or whatever we're going to call it.
Yeah. Working title.
The Golden Girls and Guys, or whatever.
Yeah, I like it.
Old orgies. Okay, let's change the goddamn topic. This is getting weird.
Wrinkles and orgasms.
It's all folds one way or another.
Yeah. I bet when they have sex, it probably sounds like when it's really hot in the summer and you move around on a leather, sofa. Like the way it peels off your back is probably how it sounds. Oh my God,
I can hear it. Good Lord, Brandon, you're trying to traumatize me.
Dude, next time you get out of the jacuzzi, it's just rub your thumbs together. And that's probably what old people feel like fucking. Your pruny fingers, just rub them. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing for you to know. I used to live in the Bay Area near Oakland, and
so you just saw homeless people just fucking all the time.
You know what? Here's the thing. This is before it got really bad.
Ah, damn. So how many like homeless wieners did you see a month, like per capita?
Okay, let's set the stage. I lived in Berkeley for a while. UC Berkeley, and Berkeley famous for being super like free spirit, free speech, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And they would it wouldn't even just be the homeless people. It'd be the students. Like you hear that it's probably before your time, but there's a naked guy.
Mm-hmm.
He would go to class naked, literally.
Wow.
Sit in class, and they had to say, no, stop that. At least put something on the chairs before you sit down. To give you an idea of how many weird-ass naked people are in Berkeley. So I had to get used to that homeless shit real quick. And as soon as I had some money, I moved the fuck out of there.
Bro, that man's bold because, hear me out, every guy's lying if they said they didn't once get a boner in class, even in like college, like just randomly, maybe you're zoning out too hard, you had a booty call later, like whatever was going on, and you just had a low key one. What do you do if you're naked?
Exactly, you can't hide that shit.
Because like if you're naked in a class, you have to reasonably expect that at all times someone's looking at your penis or vagina or your tits, whatever it is.
No
that's
one's
out.
paying attention in class.
Yeah. Yes. First off, yes, exactly. No one's paying attention, and it would shock me. I guess you'd get used to it.
They did at some point. Like I said, at some point they just said, "Dude, be naked if you want. Put something on the chairs." That's disgusting. So I moved the hell out of there into this condo complex full of senior citizens, Brandon.
Oh my God.
So this is like
you went like polar opposites. Yeah, like you were so scarred, you went the complete opposite way.
And the second you said sit in the jacuzzi, no, because I will walk in there and there's 3 old Russian dudes just hanging out, and I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. We should just like make all old people live in Arizona. All of them. Just
keep them dry.
Yeah, keep them dry. Oh, yeah, good idea. Keep them dry. Yeah, I heard it's like good for tuberculosis, and a lot of them probably have it. It's like an old people killer. And then and like who gives a fuck about Arizona? Just load it up with old people. Mm-hmm. Flights into Arizona are cheap.
Yep,
everyone can go. Cheap. Yeah, or you can go visit. Yeah, you get your mom or your grandma or whoever or whatever old person you're putting in that home, and just lock them away in Arizona's desert wonderland. And hear me out. I'm pitching to all people. This is a $1 billion idea.
Let's do it. Let's hear it.
If you don't like your parents, there's a good chance one of the poisonous snakes or scorpions is gonna kill them. It's going to sneak into their crock that they left outside late at night, and they're going to step in it. And your gram that has the $1 million life insurance policy, your wife, your whoever it is, they're now dead. And now you just made a lot of money, and that's called return on investment capital, I think.
Oh my God! And
we got to clip dude. We don't have a podcast. We've came up with $2 million ideas that we got to get. I don't know how I make money off the Arizona thing.
This is now Shark Fin Tank.
Yes, dude. Yes, I'm gonna change it. We'll have me like walking down the aisle and shit in a suit. You know, we'll have people come on and pitch other crazy ideas. Your last resort tank.
Your last relative.
Yeah, that's good, dude. We'll brand everything, so that's what we'll call them. That's what we'll call the bill to get them moved to Arizona. Oh my God. I'll have Donald Trump Jr. because he's definitely gonna fucking win in 4 years, and we're gonna be fucked again. And he's gonna be holding a Your Last Resort banner, and you guys are gonna say I sold out, and just know I fucking did, and I don't care.
Oh my God.
That was a wild scenario I just created. My mind is running wild.
And it's gonna be your plan, man. It's gonna be your Superman 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Gonna fall off. Arizona's gonna be prime property, and your grandparents are gonna be like, oh, you put us in a care home. Where are you gonna live now, bitch?
No, I know it's gonna be bad. But my plan will be to eventually I'll betray him. I'll do the double cross, you know?
Yeah.
And it'll be all good.
Just like Daddy, dearest.
Yeah, I'll get Chet Hanks to help me. Chet Hanks. You know, I don't know. Yeah, you probably haven't seen this because like I assume that we see different. I just thought I heard people outside yelling, you know, the new thing. I'm going to sheesh, sheesh. There's people outside yelling it from wherever they are. But, I hate that new trend. Anyway, what was I talking about?
You were talking about scamming insurance policies from your grandmas. Before that, we were discussing how much we want to punch grandma in the face.
No. What was I just saying?
Chet Hanks.
Chet Hanks. There we go. Oh, Tom Hanks's son. He's his son, I think.
Okay, yeah.
And he's like weird. He has like tattoos all over his body, and he does like he does like long talk selfie videos on Twitter.
Talking about now.
And he said that this year is white boys summer, and like this is the white boys are gonna just act themselves this summer. He like did a good job of like explaining that he didn't mean it like in like a racist way.
Yeah.
Just like, but
Uh-oh. And I don't blame anybody for wanting to be themselves as long as you don't hurt anybody.
Sorry for the technical difficulty, guys. Somehow my dumbass just unplugged my own mic.
That's okay.
But we're back. We're back. So, yeah, Chet Hanks is going to help me, and then I'm also going to betray him. I'm just going to become an evil spy. I think that's what I want to do with my life, John.
There you go. In Arizona, no one's going to bother looking for you there.
Yeah, eventually, and then we can, like, clip this and, like, play it in, like, however many years it happens, but I want to play a bad guy in a movie.
Oh, this is going to be like Kaiser Sose from Usual Suspects.
No, yeah, I want to play like a bad guy. Dude, I'll do it in like a Sharknado like B-list movie. It'd be so much fun. And I'll be so ridiculous. I'll method act the whole role. Right. I'll be evil. Like I'll get arrested for doing something evil because I'll be so in the role.
And then you can grow like a giant long pinky nail like back in the opium den days. just to do the Dr. Evil thing, like
yeah, wow. Just a little tiny ass. I would look, I grow like thick ass fingernails too. I'd look scary with one. You know what I mean? Yeah, wow, man. That's a good idea. Okay. I'm stumped on any other $1 million ideas because I feel like there's so many for us.
First of all, let's remind the folks you're going to Texas. And you're going to go out there and set out and make your own name for yourself.
Yes.
So there's your $1 million idea. Investing in yourself.
Dude, you're too nice. Here's the problem, dude. Now the listeners are going to start to like you. and then the core listeners, the squad's going to start liking you. And then they're going to start a petition to replace me. As you're going to replace me as host, and this will become your podcast. I'm seeing it in the future now.
Well, that's because you're going to bigger and better things.
Dude, stop trying to take my fucking podcast, man. I'm just fucking with you. Okay, man. So, you started. I real quick want to just talk about you doing comedy. You started through the Amazing Comedy Theater, right?
That's correct. Yes.
So you did the stand-up classes.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what they entail? Because I'm not gonna roast you. I just want to know. But there's the negative connotation around the stand-up classes.
Sure. And in fact, that's one of the things they talk about. It's like when you're at open mics, when you're dealing with other comedians, it's not the worst thing you can do. Yeah. But it's like, you took a class, so you can't learn to be funny. I mean, Steve Harvey just said that. Yeah. But what it is for me is, here's the thing. What the class taught me is not how to be funny. It's good practices, good habits to develop. Yeah. Hints about what to do at open mics, what to do at a club. Yeah. What to say to bookers, what to do, prepare a 5-minute reel. Good habits, like speak into the mic, look at the audience, things like that. And here's the thing, I'm not, as much praise as you heap on me, I don't think I'm naturally funny. I grind away because I need a goal and I need a target. And ironically enough, the class gave me assignments and tasks to do that I can check off. Nested lists. Think about write free journal for a long time. Set aside specific time. And that's what the class entails. It helps you develop good habits. It's not going to make you funny if you don't want to commit to it. Yeah. And you've been doing this comedy for a while. You know that you need that commitment. Yeah, no, that's because that's what my thought about it is I don't get why there's a knock against it for whatever reasons, like whatever people call it corny and that. The thing is it's like, think about when people work out and go to the gym. Some people like can just be, okay, I want to get in shape or it's time for me and just go. Right. And they can look up and learn workouts to do it. But some people need that consistency and that kickstart and just to know the ropes and how to be, consistent and successful. And that's kind of what I feel like it gave you and other people is that where, other, like, I just kind of had to learn it from people and on my own and listening to other comics talk on podcasts and shit like that. But I don't think of it really as a negative thing. The way I see it is like taking group workout classes at the gym. Yeah. or getting a personal trainer.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like, who was saying that guy at the open mic today said he was going to film school, college, all that stuff. It's also about networking and meeting people so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
I don't need to learn, I don't want to have to learn from scratch. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. But for like, that's me. I need targets. I need motivation. I'm not,
Yeah, no,
I can't match the energy you guys have.
I get you. I completely understand what you're, I get what you're saying. Yeah. It's just a way for people. There's nothing wrong with it. And then you've continued to be consistent with it. And that's what's important. And there's always things that all of it, like, I need to write more. I definitely have gotten lazy with it from like, not doing comedy for a while. And then even for a little when it came back, it not being all the time and not getting up every night. And I'm going to have to like really, when I move to Texas, like set kind of a set amount of time every day that I'm going to do it so that I do it.
Yeah. And like you said, it's all about consistency. And I got to tell you, for you to take that huge step to move to somewhere else. And granted, you're not going alone. Two, you're going to a relatively new market, but there's something there.
Yeah.
And that's a huge step. And that is, we have to keep moving forward, not just in comedy or in anything in life. Because if you stay where you are, that is stagnation, and that's the death of the self.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not, I know, I completely agree with you. Because that's the thing is I think some people get this misconception. I don't think that like Texas is some like golden ticket to like being the next Joe Rogan or the next Tom Segura, the next Bill Burr, like whoever, that's not what I think of it as. I think of it as a good area for me to grind, and no matter what happens out there, I'm going to hone my craft as a comic
absolutely
more and easier and consistently than I could out here, and live comfortably, because it's cheaper out there. I genuinely like Austin, and then there's great opportunity. There's great opportunity in LA.
Absolutely.
Even though LA is a saturated market, it's still the Mecca. That New York will always be the Mecca. So yeah, there's always opportunity here too. But there's also big opportunity here because they're gonna open that little comedy store type place out in Austin, and it's run by them, and they're gonna book it and try and have it run like the Comedy Store. And yeah, I'm not saying I'm gonna be like a paid regular and as soon as it opens, but even just having the opportunity to maybe get on a lineup there once a month, and then eventually a couple times a month, and then once a week I'm there, earning my way in there. And being able to have a club to go up every night at that place, meeting comics, LA and New York people always coming in and out of there.
Right.
It's just a good opportunity, and that's what I think. But it's something that I have to grind.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't just go out there and get handed a silver plate doing, 1 or 2 mics a week and hoping that I run into the right booker. No, I got to be getting up all the time, which I will be, and then there's opportunity to climb. And
you've got that right mindset because you're not expecting to be handed anything.
Yeah.
You've said it many times before that you're going to put in the work for it.
Yeah.
And if nothing else, like, who was I talking to about it? It's not, don't do it. It's, if you're going to do it, how are you going to do it? Have a plan. And you do have a plan. You've got, I remember you mentioned that you're still going to you're not going in raw. You're not quitting your job.
Yeah.
You're not going in alone. You're going in with people that you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is great. And the worst case scenario is you come back with all this experience and all these new stories and life growth.
Yeah, dude, I'm 23. Like, I come back 25 to like grind in LA. Like, if that's like what happens, who cares?
Now you've been in the game for this long in this kind of environment, and you're that much more versatile and experienced for it.
Yeah.
And that is amazing.
Yeah.
That is.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Because like I said, the comfort zone, you're not going to do any change there.
Mm-hmm.
If I just kept telling the same jokes over and over, I'm not going to grow. If you stayed in the same place or didn't do anything different.
Yeah.
So again, this is such an amazing thing for you to do. And that's something that I admire that you can do, you will do, and you're following your dreams.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
So
yeah, I'm excited, and I can't wait, and I know it's going to be great, and I'll miss my family and friends, but they'll visit, and it's going to be, when I visited there, I was it's not that I'm not nervous anymore. Like I
Mhm.
still have that like, okay, like, I'm leaving home because realistically, dude,
Right.
I probably like this is me moving out.
Yeah.
Because I don't plan to come back in 2 years and live at home. Like if I came back in 2 years, I'd hopefully be moving to LA to like, because I have some opportunity in the LA scene.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not moving back to live at home. So like realistically, it's kind of like the end of my childhood. Like
Right.
I'm becoming a full grown adult. I got to go out there and pay bills. I got to manage my money. I'm it's not like when I was in college. I
No.
was away from home, and yeah, I had to pay for my apartment and do that. But it was different because I knew I was coming back home.
You have that fallback, and this is, in the literary tool refers to the hero's journey.
Yeah.
Just like I took that class as a first step, now you're taking that step and going into this new market and to grow and expand and learn, that you're answering that call.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Because sometimes people do talk to me like no one's ever like, you're a fucking idiot. But there's people when I talk to them about it, like other comics and stuff, that like I feel like they're being slightly negative. Like they're just like, they try to like instead of just being like, like the ones that I really appreciate are just people like, no, you don't have to ask me a million questions or tell me I'm a genius or that or tell me, yeah, this is going to be great. They just go, dude, that's so exciting. I'm happy for you. Yeah, thank you.
Because
but
that's what it is. I'm sorry.
No. Sorry. I tend to interrupt people too.
No, go ahead, please.
So then like yeah, sorry, I could hear my dad yelling to my grandma over FaceTime and it threw me off. But I just sometimes comics talk to me the way like they're like, oh, you're moving to Austin, and I'm like, yeah, and they're like, I mean, LA's still gonna be like the where you gotta be, like, and I'm like, yeah, I know, and they're like, I mean, are you gonna just try and go in and like be under Joe Rogan? I'm like, no, dude, like I'm just gonna. It just is like you can tell it's not them being directly negative. They're just, but you can feel the negative undertones. You know what I'm saying?
And I've heard that as well because a lot of people are talking about Austin.
Yeah.
Not everyone wants to go there. There's two things going on. One, you're walking the walk.
Yeah.
You're doing it and you planned it out. Two, and this is just me getting nerdy for a minute, it's basically Dunning-Kruger effect. All they hear is Joe Rogan opened the club there. New market, everyone's going to fly over there. No. It's like an expansion team in baseball or any of the other pro leagues. They do exploratory research into the market. They look at the conditions, and this is what you guys did. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
And you just talked about it. It's on tape. You planned this out. You have clear, realistic expectations.
Yeah, no, and I have a good there's the risk is so little. There's really no risk. Because it's a great life opportunity in the end is all that really matters.
Right.
Like no matter what happens with me or anything out there, I went out there and I lived. Like it doesn't,
Thank you. You lived. Yeah, exactly it.
So that's why I just I pay no mind when people talk negatively about it. And I just, not everyone's going to support you. So it's not a big deal. Want to move into one of the first segments? We're going to move into the first segment, guys, the Avid Deserter segment of the podcast. So this is where my guests give me their 3 favorite desserts and their least favorite desserts. So I don't do mine because I did them for so many weeks in a row. Everyone knows them at this point. So what's your first favorite?
For first favorite dessert, that's easy. Good ice cream. I'm not talking budget, gas station shit.
Like what's your favorite flavor of the good ice cream?
It really depends. Okay, this is gonna get technical.
I love talking about desserts.
I did a lot of work in the food industry. Good ice cream has 4 ingredients: milk, sugar, ice, and whatever flavor you want to put in there.
Yeah.
Okay. The 5th unofficial ingredient is air, and that's called overrun. And good ice cream. The difference between good and cheap ice cream: 1, quality of ingredients; 2, the amount of air. You get cheap ice cream, even if it's frozen solid, you take a spoon and dig it in there.
Yeah.
You get a good gelato. I know you like to travel.
Yeah.
Good gelato has so little air in it, and it is just thick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I get
good ice cream. And specifically pistachio.
I wish I liked pistachio because I feel like I'm jealous of people who like that, like green tea, the lighter desserts, because you can eat it and not feel like a piece of shit. Where if you eat dude, chocolate chip cookie dough has you just sitting there like you're Snorlax, bro, just KO'd on the couch. You made the biggest mistake of your life.
If it makes you feel any better, number 2, Rocky Road.
Okay.
Classic.
Dude, that's not even what I'm hating on. I like haven't tried it in so long. Like I hated it. I was such a picky child, dude. Like I was so skinny. I looked like I lived in an internment camp. Like it was so and I would refuse. Dude, food couldn't touch. 2 foods I liked couldn't fucking touch. I was such a little fuck, and my parents were so nice that they put up with my little kid shit.
Oh, good Lord.
But sorry, so you were saying?
Yeah, no. And then number 3 is something called Ube Purple Yam.
Okay.
It's traditional food. I don't know if you talked to, AJ about it, but it's a Filipino thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like sweet potato, almost.
Okay.
Almost. And if you one of these days before you go, or when you come back,
yeah,
we'll hit up this place that makes it really good from good ingredients and actual stuff, not powdered flavor.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's number 1. Good high quality ice cream. Nice.
And so like when you say with the air, what like, so how do you get more ice cream with air?
No, you get, and that's the quality. If you get here products are sold by volume, not by weight.
Yeah.
So a pint of good quality ice cream is not the same as a pint of shitty cheap ice cream.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the weight.
Air, yeah.
Oh.
So cheap ice cream is like whipped butter. Good.
And that's the one where you get it and you open it, it's like not even filled to the top and shit.
Yeah, and then when you take a spoon, it falls right in there.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
so
okay.
Good ice cream, you're fighting that like a resistance band.
Yeah.
Like gelato.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so then so you're saying the cheap ice cream is just the crappy like goes in right away.
It's more air, lower quality ingredients like high fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, stuff like that.
Do you have like a brand that you recommend that you think is good quality? Because I want to try this now.
You can't go wrong with. All of a sudden I can't remember. Funny enough, old school dryers was like that.
Okay, yeah.
There is a specific brand in San Francisco called Mitchell's Ice Cream, family run for years.
Okay.
And they made everything solid. Here locally, screw it, I'll say the name. There's a place called Polar Playground on Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach. They make stuff fresh. And lastly, bloody hell, it's a Mexican place. La Michoacan.
Okay.
You can't go wrong. That stuff makes good stuff.
So I want this so bad because like I know what you're talking about because I've had good ice cream before from like different places, and you're totally right. I didn't even I never would have equated the whole air to it and thinking about that. You made this segment so. This is the smartest anyone's ever sounded on this segment. Normally we're like, I like brownies, no nuts though. Ice cream with, little bit of sprinkles, just sounding real dumb, and you're over here like you're like the Albert Einstein of desserts, dude.
This is my PhD right here. This is my PhD, guys.
That's great. Over here banging on it like Donkey Kong, dude.
Hell yeah, get that percussion on the mic.
That's awesome.
That's number 1.
And then what? So then number 2 you said is
number 2. Number 2 and number 3 are really close, but I'll give you something else a little. I think this, like I said, with ice cream, it's 4 ingredients. The next thing for me is sweet sticky rice with mango and coconut milk. If you've been to a Thai restaurant.
I didn't know that existed, but that sounds delicious. So it's sticky rice and then they just pour coconut milk on it, or
kind of. Have you ever had rice pudding?
Yeah.
Okay, take off almost all the syrup, all that white stuff. You're left with sticky glutinous rice that's kind of like almost like a caramel type texture.
Yeah, I love sticky rice.
Right. So now you do that in a light syrup with some sweetened condensed coconut milk, and then pair that with a nice fresh ripe mango, sweet. So you've got that nice little citrus from the mango.
Sounds so delicious.
Yeah, you've got that nice, like I said, that little crisp tang, and then the chewy, like mochi almost texture, like a sticky rice.
I fucking love mochi, dude.
There you go.
Oh god, it's so good.
Sticky rice is a slightly coarser texture, and you, like I said, you mix it with a nice fresh soft mango, and you get that nice contrast.
Yeah,
a little sweet, little sour, little citrus, little sugar. Perfect. It's nice, simple, easy to make. Anybody can make it at home.
Dude, that sounds good. So like the actual dish, is it rice pudding to me is very soggy.
Yeah.
Is this soggy or no? So I'm picturing it. It's more like it's more like you could like pick it up almost with your hands.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Yes, absolutely. It's firm enough that the sticky rice will stick together.
Answer me this. This is how I can figure out. Can you eat it with chopsticks?
Yes.
Okay, because you could not eat American rice pudding with chopsticks.
No, you cannot.
That shit would leak right through.
The reason I used rice pudding is because I really couldn't think of the mochi.
No, but it helps me. You help me understand more what it is.
Yeah. So think about it like tiny little.
That sounds so good.
Rice grain sized pieces of mochi.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna get this in Austin because it's a metropolitan center and a huge diverse crowd. But again, here in this area, you have Thai Town in LA.
Okay.
And a surprising amount of Thai food again in Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
Any good Thai place worth their salt will serve you a decent sticky rice and mango.
You're right. Wow, that sounds so good. I gotta try that. Is there a name for it or no?
No, it's just literally sticky rice with mango. That's the other benefit. You don't have to learn any new words.
I'm not the best at learning new words.
Find some time, and I will take you to try it before. If you
Dude,
don't
I'm
have
down.
time before Austin, then when you come back, just let me know.
No, for sure. No, we'll for sure get that in. That sounds so good.
Yeah.
Wow, life, dude. You're gonna. If I should. Damn it. I should give away like a belt for like that'd be so funny though if like I'm like for best dessert fan like and I give it to you, but then imagine I'm like in a couple months I'm like, yo John, you're like, what's up man? I go, yo, can you head down to the post office? I need you to mail me the belt. Someone did way better than you.
Oh hell, I'm gonna fight for that belt, damn it.
I should it should be like a digital belt. Like, yeah, dude, I give you it. You know what? You have it. I'm starting this and I won't, it's not a thing I'll mention to any guests because I don't want to like them to go like because this was organic from you. Yeah. So one day if someone passes you, I'll unfortunately inform you that you've lost your title.
Yeah, I'll have to surrender that NFT.
Yeah.
Cold dead hands.
A couple episodes ago we were trying. It was me and a guest to figuring out exactly what NFTs were. I understand it now. It's okay, I think it's cool for like there's this girl I went to high school with and she takes like really good photos and she sold like an NFT of like a really beautiful photo she took for like $1,000 and I'm like, that's cool. I think just the dumb ones are like people like selling tweets and like sports moments, like videos that we can all have. Like those are so weird.
Oh my god, I think something in my brain just snapped because that because the first exposure I had, look, I'm an old guy, like you said, I'm 42. Yeah. And for me, like TikTok, who was it that was complaining? Someone was complaining like these TikTok people are getting famous, not even from their own material, just lip syncing over singing somebody's song. And NFT to me is kind of a nice thing. And I completely agree with you. You are creating art and you're protecting it from digital replication.
Yeah, no, totally. But there's like, the dumb ones I don't get. Like I was listening to Rogan and someone said that like Jamie sold one of his things as an NFT, and then and then like he sold it for like $5,000, and then someone resold it for $2 million after.
I'm just gonna go jump off a cliff right now.
Right, dude. Like I get so mad when people get rich off shit that my dumbass could have done.
Yeah,
you know.
Thank you for qualifying that. Because if you do it, God bless you. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah. But it's like.
I'm just being salty is what it is. I'm I'm being a hater, but like it's not that I don't respect it. It's that I know that like, dude, I bought in at Dogecoin at like 5 cents and then it jumped up and then it like dropped down and then I sold it like breaking around even. That's and good. It stayed down forever. And then it jumped up to 50 cents and like, bro, if I would have just went like yo, that all I put was in $500. But if I would have went like that $500 that I put into Doge, if I would have just went, I don't need that. Just let it take a chance, like everyone else did, and it would have jumped up to 50 cents. I would have got back 50 grand. It would have been 10 or not 50 grand. It would have been it would have been 10 times my investment. So 5,000. Yeah. $5,000, dude. That's like 5 months rent, 4 months rent of my apartment. Like that could have been. I'm angry that I didn't do that. You know what I mean?
Well, that's my thought is that's now look for the next thing.
I know. I'm always too late, dude. I bought into AMC too late.
Oh, GameStop?
Didn't get into that one.
Well, don't think about that. Think about this. Now you're investing in yourself.
Yeah. Dude, you're doing it
yourself.
again. This is my fucking podcast, man. Stop trying to steal my podcast.
You know us, sneaky little businessmen. No, but yeah, it's not too late. You can always find something.
I know. There's always the next bullshit thing to get rich off of.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
all you rich NFT, Bitcoin motherfuckers. I hate you that you were smarter than me.
Cheers to that.
What's your third favorite dessert?
Third favorite is something a little weirder. It's shaved ice with toppings.
Shaved ice goes hard.
You've been to Korea. You know what bingsu is.
Probably.
You take shaved ice, some like red beans, some jelly.
Oh,
milk.
I did see that. I don't like beans.
Then you can skip it. Get some tapioca. Get some bubble tea.
Okay.
Get some fruit jelly, almond jelly, whatever it is. And that's part of why I like it. The flexibility. One day you want jelly. One day you want beans.
Mm-hmm.
One day you want just condensed milk and and shaved ice.
Yeah, y'all go hard with the condensed milk.
Yep. And
we use just whole milk.
Ooh, that's a little weird. But I get it. I see it. That's basically a light milkshake.
Yeah, it's the fattening American thing that we do. like for my family's drinking like whole milk. Like there's times in my life where Shohei Ohtani just smashed a home run.
God bless him, man.
Only 3 runs down, still probably gonna lose, but there's hope now.
Well, did we beat the spread?
I don't know. Probably not.
You gotta
probably
look at
too
the
many
bright
runs
side.
down.
No. Yeah. So bingsu, and so many cultures have something similar. Like in Chinese, it's baoping. In the Philippines, they call it halo halo, and it's easy.
Yeah.
And again, comes down to the quality of ingredients.
I get you. No, that's such a big thing. You're right. Is like there's things that I don't like the cheap versions of. But like that when you try like fresh, real, new versions of that shit, it's so good.
Right.
And so it's made me try more stuff. That sounds interesting. I need to try that because I like shaved ice, and there was this place that used to be by my house. It went out of business, but it was called Snowland.
Yes,
and,
I know what you're talking about.
And it's like they like shaved ice, but like as powdery as you can make it,
right.
and they flavor it, and like it's very reminds me of mochi in some way, like a flakier mochi, but you could get mochi on top, and it was always so good, and it was relatively nicely priced when I was younger because I could walk there. Yeah, my parent, like I would walk down and buy myself some. Like the owner knew me, and, like knew what like he'd ask me about football and stuff. Yeah, and then he went out of business. I didn't go there for like 3 years, so that's probably why.
Oh, so it's your fault. Yeah.
Yeah,
got it.
I started the Asian hate. Sorry,
crushing dreams everywhere, Brandon.
What's your least favorite? I always love hearing this.
Okay, let me ask a qualifier. Are we talking dessert, or can I include candy in this?
Do you have both?
Yes, because the number one
I want to hear
worst
both.
thing that I will literally...
But like, yeah, let's include candy. What's the worst?
Okay, I will literally hurl and spit it out. You asked me if I would punch my mom in the face for $1 million or punch my grandma for $10 million. I will spit this in their face. It's so disgusting. Yeah. Black licorice.
Black licorice is so gross.
That is a crime.
You're only the second person to ever say that one on here, which I really think. I think people in my mind, it doesn't cross my mind as something like that should be eaten.
Exactly. Exactly. Whoever ate this stuff, people criticize like, oh, how could you eat, Rocky Mountain oysters? No, licorice, motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's so gross. I hate. Have you ever had the what's the liquor that tastes like black licorice? Jaeger.
Ass.
Have you ever had Jaeger?
Funny, is that different from Jägermeister?
No, it's the same thing. I just call it Jaeger because I'm 23 from California and I talk like a jackass.
No, I have had Jaeger, and funny enough, in and of itself, I can tolerate a shot or two.
I agree with you. If you gave me a shot, I'm not gonna like throw up because there's certain alcohol that makes me like sick like that or is too gross. Like I hate Fireball, but Jaeger, after like 1 or 2 shots, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. The thing with Jaeger is you take it, your throat burns a little, but you're done. Licorice sticks around. It gets in your teeth. I will take a metal hook to get that shit out of my teeth. It lingers. Yeah. It's like,
my dad.
What your dad said. The opposite of what your dad said.
That's just you yelling, is because it leaves your body because you threw it up.
Exactly. It won't get anywhere near my stomach. Licorice, number one worst if we're including candy. I will eat candy corn before I eat licorice.
I don't like candy corn either. My grandpa that you just met, he like loves candy corn like
God
a psychopath.
Bless him. But then again, he probably grew up in the Great Depression where the alternative is dirt.
Yeah, he was like, this candy corn tastes so much better than the Dust Bowl.
But yes, licorice, candy corn I can almost tolerate because at least it tastes sweet.
Yeah, candy corn, I don't like it, but it's not like I'm not like, like same with Peeps. I loved Peeps growing up.
Right.
Now I eat them and I'm like, because they're too sweet.
Right.
But like you said, they're not like black licorice just tastes bad.
Right. Right.
So
and I feel
gross.
vaguely racist calling it black licorice. I know that's
hilarious.
But number one, black licorice. Who's your other guest that said it? He is my buddy. He or she is my buddy.
Dude, he said that it was his dad's favorite dessert.
There's your act of rebellion. That's psychological rebellion right there.
That's just disgusting. Like anyone likes it. Look, if you like it, but to be your favorite, you fucking
There's something
psycho.
wrong with you.
Yeah,
I'm fairly sure.
What's your other least favorite one?
This one is easy. It is spotted dick.
What?
First of all,
what the fuck did you just say?
Spotted dick is a British food. Does that help clarify why it's fucking called a spotted dick?
Yeah, but like, what?
Spotted dick is concentrated fruitcake.
Okay.
I loathe fruitcake to begin with.
Yeah.
And when you have spotted dick, first of all, now you're putting that mental image in your head.
I can't believe how many times you said spotted dick.
I'm trying to get you canceled. Once this is canceled, I can take over.
Yeah.
No, fruitcake in general, and again, spotted dick in particular, fruitcake is just terrible. Fruitcake is, who was it? I think it was Lewis Black that was saying there's just one piece of fruitcake that's just been circulated around forever.
Yeah.
Because it's terrible. It's got there's heavy cakes like pound cake or bundt cake, and I get it. Those are good. But and then they add these fruits that are just sweetened with this liqueur type flavor that just does not match.
Yeah.
If you've ever had a flambe where they didn't properly burn off all the alcohol, fruitcake is just terrible. It's the worst. It's a texture thing.
Yeah.
Individual components are fine. Combine them, and it's just a bad kind of orgy in your mouth.
What a gross
the ones
way
where you
to
don't get
describe
STD
it.
testing.
Jesus. Yeah. Wait, so why do you know why it's called a spotted dick?
Because the British said, "Screw you, we're keeping our traditions." That's the best.
All right, I can't leave the listeners wondering like this. I'm my own Jamie, so I gotta look this up because I gotta know spotted. This is gonna make my search history so. Oh no, okay. Immediately it said recipe dessert pudding sponge in a can. Okay, let's see, guys. If you're watching, there's. Okay, whoa.
Follow along, guys.
All right, these are the pictures of it. That's not what I thought it would look like. It does remind me of a Dalmatian. Honestly, it looks kind of good. Like this one looks like it has blueberries in it. Look at this one.
Yeah,
that one looks kind of good.
It looks kind of like a muffin almost.
Yeah, okay, you're right. It seems like a very. Oh, what the fuck? Is this what you're talking about? The canned one, Spotted Dick Heinz?
Well, of course, yeah. Anything canned usually is not going to be as good as
microwavable.
There.
The fuck?
I'm telling you guys, licorice, then this.
Okay.
There's war crimes and then there's violations of the Geneva Convention of that's what this is.
Are you guys ready for your favorite segment called Listen to Brandon Read? Okay. Here we go. I'm going to try my best. Spotted dick, also known as spotted dog or the railway cake,
like it makes it any better,
is a traditional baked pudding historically made with suet. What the hell is suet? All right, guys, we got to look at another thing. Sorry, man.
This is going to turn into your last wiki walk.
Yeah. Suet is a raw, hard, or beef or lamb mutton. They're like raw, hard fat. Oh, it's the fat. Okay. Oh, so okay, I get they use fat in cooking sometimes. I don't. Okay, that's still kind of
animal fat.
I'm not. Yeah, okay, it's a little weird.
So I don't want to hear anybody talking about Chinese
Chinese. Okay, it said traditionally
cooking.
though, because think about it, they didn't have like Crisco and shit back then.
Mm-hmm.
And is usually has currants or raisins are the dried fruit served with custard. I do like custard. Oh, here's a picture of it, like sitting in custard. That looks a little better to me. Now let's see.
Custard makes everything.
Let's see.
Better.
Okay, here we go. The dish first attested in Alex Sawyer's The Modern Housewife of Menagere.
Menagerie.
How did you know that?
42. I've had time to learn something.
It was published in 1849. That's impressive, dude. Thanks for. He can't even see the word. If you're listening, he can't see the laptop. It's definitely too far away.
To be fair, I can pronounce Lejean, so menagerie
fair
is
enough.
not quite that big of a leap.
Oh yeah, when I host the AJ's mic, I'm saying everyone's last name wrong on purpose, just because they did it to me.
It's karma.
Yeah. The name The name the spotted dog first appeared in 1855 in Siam's Working Men World, where it was described as a very marly species of plum pudding. This name, along with the railway cake, is most common in Ireland, where it is more of a sofa bed loaf. It's made. Oh, a soda bed loaf. God,
okay,
I can't
was about to say.
That was a soda bread loaf. Oh, what the hell? It's not what I would have thought it would look like.
No, it's like a shitty scone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Who needs Wikipedia when I have John Liu? I can pay you $5 a year, and you can sit in the corner, no chair though, and I need you to just tell me stuff when I don't know what's going on.
Hey, just like Foxconn.
I just want to know when it became the spotted dick. The spell reported the those weren't. I just mumbled. The Pall Mall Gazette reported in 1892 that the Kilburn sisters daily satisfied hundreds of dockers with soup and spotted dick. The name...
I cannot write material better than this.
I know. Hey, the next line. The name has long been a source of amusement and double entendres. Reportedly, restaurant staff at the House of Parliament decided to rename it the Spotted Richard, so it was less likely to cause a stir. Okay. So we still kind of didn't really get
tradition. They're doing it as a gag.
It sounds like a newspaper just like misspelt it wrong or called it that, and then it was too funny not to keep. Okay, right. I like it. It's a meme food. I got to try the spotted dick.
12 inches, man.
Oh man, I forgot, guys. Sorry, I normally have a bat between me. I'm gonna go get it. All right, your podcast is yours now.
Mine. All right, bitches. Now it's time to get oh shit, he's got a bat.
Recall John Liu.
Woo! Cancel.
It's my podcast now. I forgot to put that up, and I felt lonely without it. It's also my bonk stick. If you get too horny, like you start saying too much horny shit, I'm gonna hit you in the head with it.
You mean like 12-inch spotted dick?
No, because now I want a 12-inch spotted dick. You motherfucker. Someone clip that and play it at my wedding. Okay, well that's the avid deserter segment. You educated us. You now hold the title for smartest avid deserter. I'll let you know when you lose it, if you ever lose it. Now there's a couple other things I wanted to talk about. We also got a couple other segments left.
Let's do it.
This is the one that I wanted to talk to you about. Do you think you could? Obviously, when you were younger, do you think you could have been in the army and gone to war?
God no. No. I know exactly who I am.
Yeah. I don't think I could do it, dude. I think okay, because hear me out. It's not like the discipline, and I think I'm in good shape, and like I could look the part and be good and learn how to shoot a gun. But I think when shit hit the fan, because like I know when I've been in situations that obviously are nowhere close to war, but like where I can get in trouble or something bad can happen, and I bail and get out of there so quick. So I think I would be the guy crying in the foxhole.
Dude, there's no question I'm that guy, because when I go camping, I am bitching the entire time.
That's so funny.
If you tell me that foxhole has a hot running shower and a working toilet, then we'll talk.
Yeah, dude. Oh god, I was watching Saving Private Ryan. That's what made me think of this. It's
God.
The idea of being in war like that is just beyond something I can like fathom, or you know what I mean, or that I could handle. At least that's what I think. Now the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was I went to a wedding today's Monday, so I went to a wedding Saturday. It was a really nice wedding in like a backyard. I had this like funny moment where the bride's like, you know, they bring out the bridal party, and then the bride goes down the aisle. Right. And I'm sure like and every girl in there is like, "Oh my god, I hope I look this pretty at my wedding and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or on the other hand, they're like, oh, look at this bitch. I can't believe she got married. They're going to break up in a year.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the whole time I was just daydreaming, thinking about what I wanted to do at my bachelor party. Like the entire time.
Yeah.
Dude, like girls around me are crying because she looks so beautiful. You know, like, you know, her dad and mom are crying as she's coming down the aisle. And I'm like, bro, I want to go to a baseball game and I want strippers to play the entire baseball game.
Yeah.
And I want there to be a Mountain Dew fountain and like just, you know,
you've got a plan.
Exactly. But just thinking of like all these like I was thinking ridiculous thoughts too, where I think just because I have a short attention span and as comics we think of comical things.
Sure.
I was thinking, you know how like they bring out like the dance floor or they open but they open up the dance floor. Yeah. I want there to be like 10 beer pong tables at my wedding, and all my friends are gonna get so drunk and competitive playing beer pong against each other. And I was thinking like how funny it would be if like because I have like a solid group of like 10 friends.
Your squad.
Yeah, I want them to be like all my best men, all of them, and and I want to have something at the wedding, maybe like drinking based or like some fun competitive thing for who gets to be like the bestest man.
Nice.
And they get to be the one closest and give me the ring and hold the rings. And I'm gonna make them do something like not like gross or like weird, but something like fun competitive that'll be fun for me. Like, oh, it'd be so fun to have everyone get in like fat suits and like try and push each other off a balance beam or sumo wrestle or something like that. This is
gonna be, you know, like Ninja Warrior, Brandon's Ninja Warrior wedding. That's
exactly.
What it's gonna be.
Dude, this is another $1 million idea.
Right.
This could be a TV show too.
Here's my thought.
Yeah.
What's stopping you from doing that right now?
I mean, the problem is
to get married.
I mean, you're right. I just don't know if I could get all my friends to like go along with my crazy shenanigans. Where
you
like
just said beer pong, fat suits, balance beam.
Okay, fair enough. You're right.
I see no flaws in this plan.
Yeah, this could be the next like group vacation easily.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're gonna move into the last couple segments, kind of wrap up the podcast here. This one is the dumbass of the week, brought to you by Red Foreman.
Dumbass, dumbasses, dumbass, 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 dumbass.
The dumbass of the week this week is Floyd Mayweather, because I don't know if you heard, but Floyd Mayweather is set to box Logan Paul
Has that been
on
confirmed?
June 6th. Yes, Logan
Holy
Paul.
Crap.
And then he's also on the undercard, Chad Ochocinco, former Bengals wide receiver, now Chad Johnson, is also boxing on the undercard against we don't know who yet. So it's going to be crazy. But here's why I called it the dumbass of the week, because Mayweather is arguably one of the best boxers to ever do it. I know there's people that, you know, I'm not saying it's you know, everyone's GOAT decision is different, but he has to always be at least in consideration.
Right.
When he was young, he knocked people out. When he goes older, he got technical and good.
Exactly.
He's 49-0, 50-0 if you want to count the McGregor fight. But like, yeah, he's probably going to destroy Logan Paul. But if he takes his training easily, or if he goes in there joking around, because the problem is it's a rubber match, because Mayweather fights at like 155, I think, or something.
How much is he now?
That's how much he is, but Logan Paul's going to fight at his 200 pounds.
There's a reason their weight classes exist in boxing.
And you can do rubber matches in boxing, but like, that's my thought is like, okay, if Floyd gives his 110% in training and goes out there, it's like he's fighting for his first ever, you know, title belt.
Like he's hungry.
Yeah, he whoops him. But if he goes out there soft, he's going to get caught because those 200-pound hands are heavy.
Yeah.
Heavier than what you get hit with normally.
Right. And it doesn't matter because lucky shit happens.
All the time, bro. And so my thing is if he wins, he gains nothing from this. Yeah, he gets a paycheck. Maybe he needs money, bro. Maybe that's what it is. But he gains nothing else by winning, and if he loses, it will soil his reputation. He's no longer undefeated.
Oh my God, like
he loses respect. He becomes sad.
You lost to Logan Paul. You know, you talk about shitting on your legacy. That is taking every dirty diaper at your last resort retirement.
Yes, dude, exactly.
All right.
And like boxing all the time has bullshit rigged endings and nonsense like that. And so you never know like, you never know. What if things get crooked? Like, I know Ben Askren looked like shit against Jake Paul, but that early stoppage was bullshit. He was fine.
Odd. That was super
and what
weird.
if that happens to Mayweather? What if he gets caught with that one lucky hand, falls down, but gets up fine, and the judge calls it early? Now his reputation's ruined. Right. I think there's no reward.
And that's assuming he's in on the scam.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not in and the fight is fixed, he can't say shit because now he's just going to look like a little bitch. No
but
offense.
you know Mayweather probably is getting like 70-30, like a pay-per-view.
Oh, a huge cut of the purse.
Yeah.
I can't see him going any less than, like you said, 70-30.
Uh-huh.
But like you said, it's only money. You got... Actually, no, you can get the admiration of millions for beating the shit out of Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Let's say that. But even then, that's not worth it. You invest your shit in some stocks. Buy some Dogecoin, goddammit.
No, I completely agree with you, dude.
You know? I agree. Dumbass of the week, possibly the year, decade if he loses.
Yeah, that'll be reviewed for sure if he loses that week of June 6th.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to move into another segment, too. We're going to move into the Would You Rather segment of the podcast, the original segment from the very first episode. So I got two more Would You Rathers for you.
Right, let's do it.
Would you rather turn completely blind every night or have a life-threatening sun allergy?
Okay, that's an easy answer. Blind every night, okay?
Okay.
Because I've seen enough vampire movies to know that sunlight gets fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
you know,
you're right.
Someone's gonna be like, "Hey, look at this tanning gun I bought." Oh shit!
I mean, you would have to wear like long sleeve pants all the time. You would have to wear like one of those weird sun hats.
Right.
But you would also, if you blind at night, you got to do stand up blind.
It's okay.
Fair
Have you
enough.
seen some of these crowds?
Fair enough,
that was
yeah.
terrible. But
I know,
the
I
other
liked
thing.
it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If I'm blind, shit, I still got my sense of touch. You don't. Let me put it to you this way, guys. If someone blindfolds you in a strip club, are you gonna complain that much?
Wow, dude, you're very right. My thought process is more that like I think the age difference plays a factor here because like I'm thinking like I got to go to the bar blind, like everything. I do stuff at night, but I suppose if I was like only doing stand up and like and had more like a typical 9 to 5 life that I would definitely want to be blind at night. But I also wouldn't want to be allergic to the sun. I like the beach, dude. That shit would suck. You'd be so hot and sweaty all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would go blind at night.
Agree. And besides, you can get a blind guide dog and pick up chicks that way if you were.
Dude, no, I'm going sun thing. I started thinking, dude, I couldn't watch the Angel game tonight. I couldn't watch the Sunday night Eagles game. I couldn't go to the movies at night. I couldn't watch movies with Erica. I would be miserable. I couldn't play video games at night. I love to play video games.
Replay during the day.
No,
No?
I know I can't.
But you're right. Video games, you can't do
Dude,
that.
I'd rather just become the long sleeve guy. I'd carry a backpack with hella deodorant.
Yeah.
And I would probably thrive in places that it was cold. I'd probably move to Minnesota. You know what I mean? Some shit like that, or Alaska.
Right. Somewhere where
I
it's like
belong.
6 months of night.
Exactly where I belong.
You're golden. That's true. If you were blind at night in Alaska, you're fucked for half the year.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Wow. That'd be so awful.
God.
Imagine being born a blind person in Alaska.
I'm just thinking like bear, where? Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd probably be glad at some point. You'd be like, thank God this bear's ripping me apart. I don't have to live this life anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. I like this one.
what
Would
you
you
got?
rather live your life how it is now, so nothing changes,
Okay.
or go back 600 years and you're an emperor?
First answer is gonna be hella sappy. I gotta let you. I think you know this already. I'm happily married. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah.
So that's the first point.
Yes. Good
Second
way to.
point.
Okay, you covered your ass. She's satisfied.
Second point, going back 600 years to be an emperor. Let's talk about the long line of assassinations, poisoning, backstabbing, murdering.
Was there like ever an emperor that like everyone kind of fucked with?
Good question. I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna Google. Anyone fuck with emperors?
Here's the thing that I'm thinking of. There's a movie called Curse of the Golden Flower. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna spoil it for you. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So this guy, Chow Yun-fat, you know who that is? Hong Kong action star, married to Gong Li, one of the most beautiful women in the world. That's the reason in the movie.
Yeah.
And he says in an interview that's why he took the role so that he could, hang around Gong Li.
That's
He's
hilarious.
got 3 kids.
Yeah.
And one, he's poisoning his wife. 2, the other kid kills his other kid.
Jesus.
3, the third kid who loves his mom and he knows his dad is poisoning his mom tries to kill his dad.
Yeah.
I don't really need that kind of lifestyle.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm low maintenance. I love my wife. She's a hell of a good cook. So I'm okay. And besides, 600 years ago, there's a lot of freaking diseases that we don't know how to fix. I don't want to literally piss fire and not have a cure for it.
Fair enough.
You know, it doesn't matter how rich you are if you're pissing fire.
There was great Roman emperors, it says. Because I kind of immediately thought of like
Caligula,
like an emperor. I was thinking of like Japan, you know.
Oh yeah,
and then but then
gods.
Yeah, but then like I guess they probably still try to get it. Didn't it happen in Mulan? That's my only reference of an emperor. I'm not very cultured on emperors, is what I'm finding out. I guess people like this guy Augustus. I don't know.
Augustus, yeah, named after the month.
He like created Rome, so they were kind of like, we fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
He's like their George Washington. Like, I bet if you really did some research, George Washington was probably not a very good guy.
He had his flaws. Yeah, people like to think, oh, he gave up all his slaves. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He said, let them free after my wife dies.
Yeah. That's so funny.
No.
What a fuck. What an
And the last thought, 600 years ago, they didn't have the internet.
Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah. I just was talking about how I'd rather die from the sun than not be able to watch a movie at night. So you got me there. Yep. Fuck being an emperor. Can't do it, dude. Before we go in the last segment, I want to show you this video.
Yeah,
so
sure.
the NFL draft just happened, and my friend Eddie Paniagua put up this video of him reacting to the Raiders draft pick, and it went viral. It has 300 retweets.
Wow.
75K views, and look at him. That was an easier way to say it.
Oh.
He drops it. He sees the pick. Look. Takes the hat off. Takes the chain off.
Oh my God, he's a Raiders guy, isn't he?
Yeah, diehard Raiders fan. Love the guy.
Yeah, just walk out of there. They're done.
But dude, it went viral and like people were like taking the video and like using it as memes and
Hell
stuff.
Yeah.
But dude, people like it sucked because like at first it was cool because he kind of was like Raider Twitter famous and he loves Raider Twitter and all that.
Yeah.
But then like people started like talking shit on him.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Dude, I can't believe how much people assholes are that like.
Yeah.
Dude, like people were going in there like calling like okay whatever they called him. Some were calling him idiots, which like yeah whatever they think that it was a good draft pick and that happens. But like people started like calling him fat. And like telling him look how shitty his house is. Why are we listening to him? Like that's so fucked, dude. Why are people so angry?
Because this is okay. Sometimes teams are all they have.
Okay.
People are passionate about something, and passion doesn't necessarily match with logic. First of all, some of y'all take this too seriously.
Yeah.
On that. And a friend of mine used to say, "Ignore the riffraff."
Yeah.
Let him hate because he's still getting those views and retweets. And I thought you were gonna say the Raider Nation, like the organization, reached out to him and said, "Dude, what the fuck?"
Nah,
that would kill me if I was a diehard Raiders guy.
Yeah, they couldn't respond because the caption was "fuck John Gruden," which, like they can't be on his side for that one.
No.
But it made me realize that when I'm famous, that no way. Oh, they almost just hit a tying home run. Damn
it.
Heartbreaking. There's
run, fat boy, run.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Albert Pujols?
Come on.
I hate this old motherfucker.
I was just talking with Galen about this. It's like they overpaid for this guy.
Yeah, he sucks. I'm not a fan of him. But yeah, dude, it made me realize that I'm gonna get in a lot of arguments. Now, we're gonna move into the final segment, wrap the podcast up here. This one's called the Your Last Resort Media. And it's where we talk about movies or anything that you've seen recently that you want to kind of shout out. So, recently I watched Saving Private Ryan, obviously.
Yep.
Great movie.
Yep.
Really, really enjoyed it. I wanted to see it because they just took it off Netflix. So it's like a terrible time for me to suggest it to people because I don't know where you can watch it now. I was watching Key and Peele clips I just forgot how great Key and Peele is.
Right.
And then music-wise, this reggae band Revolution I like dropped some new music, and it's really good, and I really liked it. So I just want to shout that out. But what about you? Any other music, movies, anything like that you want to shout out?
Two movies that are worth watching if you just want some dumb, stupid fun to just enjoy the night, drink some beers. King Kong versus Godzilla. Mortal Kombat.
Dude, I loved Mortal Kombat.
I'm old enough to remember the original, but like I said, this is just mindless. Turn on the movies, have some fun, which is so rare nowadays. Nobody wants to just not everything needs to be Citizen Kane, guys. Yeah,
exactly, dude. Overthrown by Paddington.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to see a giant monkey fight a giant lizard and call it a day.
No, I completely agree with you. I don't know if I shouted this out. I don't know if I saw it this week. I think I haven't talked about this. I saw Nobody, that new movie. It's with Bob Odenkirk, the guy who plays Better Call Saul from Breaking Bad, and he's like he's this like crazy like ex-soldier killer guy, and these people like fuck with his family. It's just like it's just an hour and 30-minute mindless action movie that was so dope and so good. On my rating, it's a 3 out of 3. Like, you should go see it if you like action movies.
Absolutely.
But what was the other ones you were?
Lastly, I was going to talk about two things. One, Nomad Land.
Okay.
Just won awards, and people are. I gotta say this. It's May. It's Asian Heritage Month.
Yeah.
Asian Pride Month. People were saying Chloe Zhao won a mercy pick. It is the story about this woman who lives in a van. They lost their job. The corporate, town closed down. It is just people shit on living in a van, and you watch this movie, and it's genuine. They're not trying to. There's no message in the sense that you one way or another.
Yeah.
You watch it, and you watch something real. And the last thing, just like you watch Key and Peele, I've been rewatching Chappelle's Show.
Ah, dude, Chappelle's Show's so great. I'm glad that he got the rights back to it and all that, and I hope that it comes back like he mentioned. Anything else you want to shout out? If not, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Had a great time, and best to luck to you in Austin.
Thank you, bro. This is your chance too. If you want to plug your Instagram, anything like that, any shows you got coming up.
Oh man, Instagram is You Gotta Be Kidding Me. I'm not gonna spell it.
It's on the screen in the bio. That's a great name though. John Lou. So Lou Gotta Be Kidding Me.
Yep.
Great wordplay.
May 29th, I'll be doing the Crazy Woke Asians show in the Santa Monica.
Okay.
May 28th, with Jamari McClain and Seal Beach, COVID-free comedy.
Fire.
Yeah, and thank you so much once again for having me. And yeah, that's all I've got.
Of course, dude. Of course. Thank you. Thank you for being on the podcast. Real quick, guys, May 29th. If you're in the Fresno area, you can see me. The poster is between us. You can see me, Galen Nash, Dom Pierno heading up to Fresno. This dope flyer was made by his boy that I probably will forget to tag, so too bad. But yeah, man, come check it out. If you know anyone in Fresno, tell them to come. It'll be a great show. I think it's like $10. Gonna be a great time. We're all killers. It's gonna be fun. Other than that, I don't have any shows right now in OC. I had that one the other night that you were on. It was great fun.
You did so good.
Thank you, man, dude. You did great too. It was awesome to see. It was fun to see all our friends kill and do well.
Oh yeah.
And then other than that, guys, I'll keep you updated. I didn't do a Your Last review this week. I just kind of got distracted with the wedding and all that shit going on this weekend. But I'll be back next week with ones every Monday. I'll be consistent with it again. And we got stickers available. Let me know if you want them. We got T-shirts. You can find those through the website. And then other than that, guys, if this is your first time listening or your 59th time listening, I appreciate you, the squad. I love you. And most importantly, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
This has been a Your Last Resort production.